What's going on, everyone? It's Michael here and welcome to FudgeMuppet. There are many powerful adversaries available for you to battle in Skyrim, and most of them are found in the main storylines, side quests, or faction plots. Some enemies, however, are hidden, and you won't find them unless you know what to do or where to go. You also fight some of these hidden enemies in a few of the most epic battles in all of Skyrim, so if you're looking for some serious fun, or you want to relive an amazingly nostalgic encounter that you forgot about, here are 5 hidden enemies in Skyrim. First up, we have the Reaper. This is an enemy that many of my friends who have been playing Skyrim for years don't even know about. You find him in the Soul Can, and I can't exactly blame people for not spending heaps of time here. The Reaper is very creepy, and there's only the one that exists in the game. He's massive, he's ghostly, and he dresses like a true executioner. His piercing red glowing eyes top the aesthetic off, and alongside his battle axe it makes for a very intimidating battle. Sadly for him, however, his battle axe is only iron, but don't let yourself get too comfortable around him. He can actually spit slime at you like Periat's Afflicted, and he comes with Bone Man minions to assist him. The whole ordeal is really fun and daunting at the same time. However, to gain access to his presence, you'll need to place 3 Reaper Gem fragments on the outer in his lair. You can find these under 3 of those large floating crystals that also drain health. Also, the Reaper will actually drop a Daedra heart, suggesting that he is Daedric in origin. Next up, we have an enemy which is claimed to be spread all throughout Skyrim. However, in-game, you can only find them in Solstheim. Introducing the Werebear. Werebears are a type of lycanthrope that, as Maik the Liar says, are men who are bears. Their beefy hulking stance and brutish fighting style is very much like that of a werewolf, although werebears have more of a monstrous frame. Their huge teeth also reside on the head of a bear and not a wolf, of course. Werebears are located on Solstheim, but even here, there's only a few spots where you'll be able to discover them, unless you have a random encounter on the island, which is always fun. Hidden at the location known as Snowclad Ruins, you can sight them in their humanoid form. They'll be walking about in some dashing ragged trousers, but if you go up to them, they'll transform, unexpectedly to most, and attack. Werebears are tough, but they're nothing you can't handle if you've built your character right. You can also meet one in the Filial Bonds quest, where you'll talk to a Skull member whose brother has actually become a werebear. He will also not hesitate to show you his concealed power. Technically, the player can even gain a Conjure Werebear power after cleansing the Beast Stone on Solstheim, so if you're upset that you can't transform into this rare enemy yourself, at least you'll be able to summon one. The third enemy on this list is a dragon, and his name literally translates to Dark Overlord Fire in dragon language, so you know this is one badass foe. Vulthuriol is an ancient hidden dragon, but unlike most dragons, you won't find him roaming the skies above mortals or perched neatly atop an abandoned fort. This dragon lives under the surface, deep within the Dwemer capital city of Blackreach. However, if you simply come here and hope to see him as you wander past the various Falmer, automatons, and chorus, you're out of luck. The only way you reveal this enemy is through summoning him, with none other than the classic Fusro Darshau. In the center building area of Blackreach, you'll see a huge yellow orb above the debate hall. It's seriously hard to miss. Simply aim your unrelenting force shout at the orb and let loose. The orb will ring, and this sound will echo through the cavernous environment that this dragon calls home. Before you know it, Vulthuriol will appear, with his metallic bronze color and black and beige patterns looking truly epic. Sadly for him, however, he's not some super strong foe. In fact, to make things easy, he won't even fight you while flying. He will choose to crawl on the ground and use a hell of a lot of fire breath. He also has relatively low damage output and will only be difficult if you're somewhere under level 20. Regardless of what the numbers say, there's no denying that this secret event is one that Skyrim players will never forget, and it's definitely worth going and experiencing for yourself. The fourth hidden enemy on our list is apparently just a poor old woman living in a small cabin just southwest of Riverwood. You'll often find her gardening or just sitting on her chair complaining about how life is tough and how lonely she gets. She may appear to be an innocent elderly Nord, however, if you take a trip down into the cabin cellar, you find a different story. There's various alchemical ingredients scattered around the place. You see an alchemy lab and an arcane chanter too. None of this is sinister in itself, but obviously this old woman woman isn't who she's pretending to be. If you open the letter down there, you'll find that the old woman, named Anise, actually wants to create a witch's coven, and when you leave the cellar, she won't want you escaping alive. She'll yell that none may know her secret and will proceed to use her magic powers against you. Overall, it's an unexpected and enjoyable experience when you discover this hidden witch. However, the battle itself against her is fairly easy unless you're a complete beginner in Skyrim. For those who have done Sanguine's quest and met a certain feathery abomination named Moira, I'll have you know that Anise is actually her sister. Finally on the list, we've got the one and only Karstag. This absolute monster of an enemy is one of the strongest opponents in all of Skyrim. He's level 90 and always will be, so for the majority of players, he will be the strongest enemy they can fight. When you go past level 90, however, there are some enemies that will just scale with you forever, and therefore will always be more powerful. Karstag is hidden on the island of Solstheim, and to battle him, you'll need to retrieve his skull from Glacial Cave. After this, you head to Castle Karstag Ruins and place the skull upon his throne. Now things start getting crazy, and the ruins will rattle and rumble as he appears in spectral form to wreak havoc. Fun fact, Karstag was killed in the flesh by the main character back in Morrowind. When you defeat Karstag, you'll get a unique power which lets you summon him, but unlike other powers, you can only use this 3 times in the entire game, so choose wisely. Karstag causes an incredible amount of damage with his club, feet, and fists. In fact, if he uses a stomp attack, it can send you flying like an unrelenting force shout. He's also completely invulnerable against poison, paralysis, and frost damage, and will summon 3 ice wraiths to help him in battle. He can regen health really fast, and he has a permanent frost cloak which causes quite a lot of frost damage over a large area. Luckily, he's slightly weak to fire-based damage, but regardless, you're in for a tough fight if you choose to expose this furious spirit. Subscribe to FudgeMuppet to get more videos just like this one for Skyrim. We've got heaps more coming, and also subscribe for our Skyrim builds and Fallout builds. We also have an insanely high quality Fallout story coming soon as well, and you do not want to miss out on that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate if you hit the like button. I'm super grateful for all of your support, and I look forward to nerding out with you again very soon.